And Bobby, when I met him, he goes, I want to date you, but I just want you to know that I'm not going to be your regular boyfriend that's going to have a 9-to-5 job. So I can't tell you that we're going to be able to survive just like any other couple that's going to work from 9 to 5, make a check. No, I'm going to be my own boss. I need to be out there and do what I want to do. I'm going to rule my life. And I looked at him and I'm like, okay, I don't know what this means, but let's go. And so I took the ride with him and gambled at that age to say, let's do this. He had me let go of my job. By the way, Bobby dropped out in 9th grade. I dropped out in 10th grade. We didn't know each other. We went to the same school. We were in the same city, had the same scenario in life with our parents. And I took the risk of dropping my job that I used to pay for my own car, my own bills. And I said, I'm going to do this. How am I going to get it done? I don't know, but we're going to do it. I believed in him, and we just went for this ride. We come from $0, guys. This is not something that we were handed off or anything. We went ahead and had a focus, had a vision, and my parents lent us $1,800 to start the business that Bobby had found in the USA Today, which was equipment leasing. I'm sure, some of you have heard this story. We didn't know what equipment leasing was. We had no clue what this was, but all I knew is that Bobby had the vision and that we were gonna get this done and we were gonna go for it and we were gonna try it. We had failed at probably 10 businesses. If I sit here and tell you all the businesses that we failed at, you would say, what? And there's some really funny stories. One, I have to tell you this business because my brother-in-law is here, and this is a really funny one. Bobby went to a seminar that he found in the USA Today, and it was about measuring an office space. And you rent an office space and they tell you it's 900 square feet. Well, it really isn't. It's 820 square feet. And so those extra 70 feet or 80 feet, whatever it was, you would have to fight the lease on it, and they give you back this money, and then we would split the profits with them 50-50. Well, Bobby went to the conference and he comes back, and Eric and we had our last $10,000, and Bobby took it to go do this business that we were gonna do. Me and Eric are in the office and we're like, okay, Bobby, so what did you learn? We're ready to go. We opened up a little office and everything, and Bobby turned around, he goes, I don't know, it was a great business. Let's get going. We're gonna do this. And we're like, okay, so let's call the first. We get on the phone, we start calling, we make the appointment. Eric goes with his father to go measure this office with a little measuring tape, and he starts measuring this office, and Eric comes back to the office and he goes, okay guys, I measured this, but now what do we do with this? I don't know, this business is really we don't even know what to do next. So bottom line is that we went to this business, we failed. We completely lost all the money that we put in this business. We completely failed. But you know what? Every failure that we had, we learned from it. We took those lessons, and instead of going in and sitting down and crying and bundle up and saying, oh my God, poor me, now I can't do this business, I'm gonna go back to 9-5. No, we didn't. What we did is that we went back, we sat down and we said, what are we gonna do next? Well, we got jobs. Obviously, we had to go back to work. And, I went to school. I got my ultrasound. I became an ultrasound tech for cardiovascular. I went to work. Eric went to work. Bobby went to work. But during the day or night, whatever, because they had waiter jobs and whatever it was, we were sitting down just thinking and dreaming and writing down our goals. And we knew that we were going to do something. We just didn't know what. So what I'm trying to come across this message is that don't worry about failing. Failing sometimes is a great lesson. You take it, and instead of, sitting down, run with it, guys. The next business, guarantee you one thing, we never went into it not knowing what the heck we were getting into. We would study it a little bit more. We failed. We had 2 other businesses, and I'm not gonna get into it because we're gonna be bored here, but we failed. But again, we took those and we put them in for lessons. So don't be afraid to be able to go out there and get into a business. If that's what you want, if you want to become an entrepreneur, that's what it's going to take. Failures are going to be your best lessons. Now, you don't want to fail. That's why sometimes I wish Bobby, me and Eric, Barbie, I wish we had mentors. We didn't even know mentors. We didn't even know what that was. We didn't have, forget about not knowing. We didn't have the money to be able to do that. We got into Amway, and that's how we met Les Brown, which is amazing because that's really what brought us to being entrepreneurs and really understand was Les Brown. We listened to Les Brown all the time. And we were not afraid to take that step. And that's what you need to understand. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to have a goal and a focus. And you're going to get there.